sound like a dying fucking elephant in the fucking no! What's happening, gamers? Welcome to Blarb Gaming, where we are playing Not for Broadcast.
Advance is lying to you.
I don't care. You're overright. Yes. Okay. Jeez. Oh my god. I didn't even do one day. Not for Broadcast. For those that don't remember, it's actually a really fun game where you're like a news. I don't know if you would call it a broadcaster, but you're in like the booth and cutting between cameras and everything. And they have a live and spooky DLC, which is just perfect for Spooktober. Another one that in my mind I was like, I'm gonna save that for October. And here we are in October. What?
Winston, welcome to your voluntary, see also compulsory night shift. Now, it's a little different from the news, but tonight you'll be working on one of our most popular fictional reality TV shows. I hear they're all the rage. Obviously, no one important has to do the graveyard shift, so I'll be clocking out now. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Diane. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Welcome to the Live and Spooky team. Tonight, we're broadcasting live from an old film studio which is haunted by the vengeful spirit of a woman found dead in the basement. You know,
Ooh.
standard stuff. Just before we start, we don't do adverts here, but we do have some old film reels to play in. The projector is hooked into your advert buttons and will automatically select the correct reel for us. If you look down under the desk, you'll see what I mean. There she is. The Adomatic Cinejector Mark III. Only one like it in the world. It self-loads the films for you and then converts them so they're ready to be broadcast. Unfortunately, all three reels are badly fire damaged, but no other copies exist, so we'll just have to make do with bits missing.
Okay.
Just remember to hit the add button at the end of each segment to play the films. Oh, and that device on the right, that's the Spirit Jammer. It prevents any wayward or malicious spirits from interfering with the show. Honestly, Gareth knocked it up in his garage and I don't think it does anything. But
I don't think it does anything.
Don't touch it, I guess.
Not one to miss.
Okay.
That's just some of tomorrow's treats.
I want
here
to touch
on
it so
Channel
badly.
1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights and
All right,
keep
Wayne,
your
we're
wits
loaded,
about
boys.
you as we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal. Are you receiving me, Wayne?
Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
It's one of these shows. This is great.
That is the sound of fate. Have you ever heard fate creep up behind you with a dagger in its back and a hallelujah on its lips?
Nope.
I have.
Not once.
Good evening, my friends, both in this realm and the next. Tonight we've come to a wretched place to uncover a dangerous case. Welcome to the Bannon Sounds.
The Bannon
Once
Sound
a
Studio.
thriving studio at the forefront of innovation until tragedy. A horrifying accident. A devastating fire and finally death itself. Join me, Wayne, the spirit whistle, spiritual medium, psychic communicator, lover, as I attempt to uncover
Just in general?
the dark truth into Graham Banner's infamous case show. Tonight on Live and Spooky.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Oh my god!
Fuck if I know.
Sorry, I didn't realize they have the things. Looks like the clock's shorted out. Oh well, it's not like we need it, right? But while I've got you, we might need your help to make things a bit spookier. Obviously, Wayne is very talented, but we've yet to actually capture anything paranormal, supernatural, or spooky whatsoever. So, for the sake of the audience, every now and then we help things along by using these ghost effect buttons. Our team has set up some little special effects around the
Okay.
Press 4 buttons to trigger the ghostly effects. The effect you choose will cue them where we want them to go next.
This feels like a long intro.
Tonight's episode features a very special guest, journalist, broadcaster, and all-round truth seeker, Patrick Bannon.
Good evening, Wayne.
You excited to join us tonight?
I'm excited, Wayne. Can't say I'm excited about all this dust, though. It plays havoc with my allergies.
Now, Patrick. Oh, what's that, love? Oh my, Patrick. I'm hearing from the spirit world. I'm hearing something that might shake your world to its very foundation. Is it true that you are, in fact, the one and only son of Graham Bannon?
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone knows that. Yeah.
The EMF reading is off.
Everyone knows
Of
that.
course, we're joined, as usual, by our paranormal investigator and supernatural scientist, Dr. Ahmed.
Excuse me, Dr. Ahmed. What is an EMF?
Oh, forgive me, Mr. Bannon, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget that not everyone is as well versed in the terminology as myself and Mr. Spirit Whistle here. So, EMF stands for electric magnetic field. Essentially, it is a measurable energy signature given off by all forms of spectral phenomena.
Uh-huh.
And that thing being off the charts, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing for us?
Well, I mean, higher tends to mean that there is either a stronger presence or even multiple presences. And of course, seeing that we're in the business of hunting ghosts, I'd say yes, it's definitely a good thing, Patrick.
Words to trust there, Mr. Bannon. Our doctor here is the foremost expert in metaphysical science.
What is that accent?
Do you have for us this evening, Pet?
Well,
It's
I've actually
genuine.
stumbled onto something of a breakthrough here, Wayne. I've managed to actually expand the light spectrum visible to the human eye by refracting it through a specially vibrated flat prism. This cutting-edge technology actually allows us to see into the spirit world.
Ah, yes. Let's get the ghost cam switched on.
Octahedral oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom!
Ah! What was that for?
Branching, oscillating, octahedral optoelectronics.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's what I said. But of course, I do need a shorter name for that now, don't I?
Boom!
Ah! Please stop doing that.
Yes, Mr. Bannon, please do stop scaring poor Dr. Ahmed. Please continue,
Jesus.
Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Spirit Whistle. So, tonight, we will be utilising my standard surveillance kit, which of course includes
Utilising.
night vision capabilities, should we come into any problematic darkness, let's say. Oh, and additionally, I have taken the liberty of installing my branching up new devices all over the building. Tonight, we might actually be able to broadcast the image of a ghost for the very first time.
Oh, exciting stuff, that. And now, Patrick, your father built this place at the height of his illustrious career.
That's right.
The year was 1956. Hot off his success in music hall venues and comedy clubs around the country, Graham Bannon suddenly produces a TV script. A script that blows the mind of studio execs and leaves them scrapping over who will get to make it.
It was called Dying is Another Man's Job and starred Graham as the daring do-gooder Percival.
Is that the same guy
Said to
as
be a tour de force for your father, launching into
this guy?
superstardom.
Ah, but it was
I
to
think
be
it
the
is.
start of something much more sinister. 3 disasters struck, each more calamitous than the last. And shortly after the tragic events that haunted this very building, Graham Bannon suddenly disappeared from the limelight, never to be seen in public again.
It broke him. This place, the curse. My father had it all. Charm, talent, the weaselish good looks of a meerkat or some sort of stoat animal. But fate came in and cruelly stole it all away.
Built in '57, the Bannon Soundstage was to be the home of a brand new televisual sensation of a scale never seen on our screens before.
Okay.
That damned woman.
Ah, the spirit, doomed to roam the wings and the halls forevermore. an unfortunate accident, a raging inferno, and a tragic loss of life. Left these walls cursed forever.
Of course, production was shut down following Marie Murphy's mysterious passing. And since then, there have been misguided attempts to make use of this very building. None
Not survived.
succeeded. None succeeded. Sorry, succeeded.
We'll investigate those tales as we delve deep into the ruins of this once flourishing enterprise. Wait! Who's there? A spirit? A spirit beckons.
We can test out the branching octahedral oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom!
We'll want that first ghost effect any second now. The script calls for them to go to the costume room first. So when the button
Okay.
comes up, hit the coat hanger button at the bottom there.
You got it.
Everyone, shh! Any moment now. Hey, speak to me, love. Oh my goodness!
That's it. Now wait, run with the script and then move on to the next location.
Uh-oh. Did the game just freeze? Oh no. I think my game just froze. Oh shit. I can't tell if this is part of the game. It definitely froze. Oh fuck.
That's it. Now wait,
All
run with the
right.
script and then
Here we
move on to
go.
the next location.
Where does our journey lead us? Show me. Did you see that? She threw something at me.
Must be some sort of a poltergeist.
Don't waste your time. The spirit must be showing us where to go.
If it designs anything to go by, it's a cry for help. Come on, Wayne mustn't handle the spirits.
The costume room was the place where Paul played backflips.
Okay, it looks like we're back in business. What is happening, gamers? Again.
Costume designer Marie Murphy, one of the suspects in this insidious mystery.
The suspects.
Terrifying of all, it contains dangerous amounts of noxious fabric.
Contains corduroy.
Here we are, Patrick, our first stop. The wardrobe department. Why is it you think the spirits brought us here first?
Well, makes a lot of sense, Wayne. Many people would say that this is where the accident was caused.
With that injured stuntman, Brent Backflip.
That's exactly right.
Well, say more.
Well, wouldn't like to point fingers, Wayne. But if I were going to, and I am going to, I'd point all 8 of mine and my thumbs squarely at Marie Murphy.
The costume designer.
The very same. In this room, Wayne, at that desk, probably, she sat
Probably.
making costumes for the show. The costume with a harness that failed and plunged an innocent man to his death.
Brent Backflip didn't die though, did he?
What? He didn't die, no. But the saying plunge to his death sounds better than saying plunge to multiple comminuted fractures.
And what do you think happened to the harness, Patrick?
Well, I wouldn't like to speculate, Wayne. But if I were going to, and I am going to...
And you are
I'd
going
say
to.
Poor workmanship, laziness, foolhardiness. Basically, she dropped the ball. And the ball was a man.
Such a small thing can have dire consequences. A seemingly insignificant thing like the costume girl can mean life or death.
Absolutely. Look, we all make mistakes. But sometimes mistakes cost lives. Or in this case, legs.
We have dallied,
Also true.
Patrick. The dead. Urge us forward. Give us a sign. Do you hear that, Patrick?
Yeah, I can hear something, actually.
Sounds to me like an old song, probably from the show itself.
You're right. It's the theme tune to Dad's old show. He used to hum it all the time while he was reading and then burning all of his fan mail.
Well, there's no time to lose. Let's go see what this spectral sign entails.
The prop store was the lair of Cedric Sloan, master prop maker on Bannon's failed production. After
I guess I get to just choose whenever which one they're going to.
shone the cold, hard light of suspicion directly on the prop master. This This would not be the first time a faulty or misused prop would lead to a hospital visit.
The prop store, vital to every production, and this one was no exception.
Alright, I'm picking it up as I go.
Mr. Bannon? Does the name Cedric Sloan mean anything to you?
Not really, should it?
Well, perhaps. From what we could dig up, he was the prop master during the making of Dying is Another Man's Job. A very vital role, would you not agree, Mr. Bannon?
I suppose so, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Not only that, but he was a military man, dishonorably discharged, no family to talk of, no friends, just his work, and then the accident.
Yes, you're right, I remember now. Something about him making a prop that was too heavy, and then that could have been the reason Brent failed or something.
Ah, so you do remember, Mr. Bannon. Well, the stories surrounding Mr. Sloan are in...
Maybe you killed them all, Mr. Bannon.
Do know that there was no love lost between him and your father. From what we can tell, Cedric Sloan claimed that Mr. Bannon Sr. looked down on him and the rest of the crew, believing he was too good for them. Now that kind of attitude breeds resentment, and if there's enough resentment, that can attract some very nasty spirits, Mr. Bannon.
No, I'm not sure any of this is fair on my father. I think by all accounts, he didn't even know that man existed. It's hard to look down on someone you don't even talk to.
But wasn't it true? The props were your father's idea. He insisted the stuntman keep them on him during the climb, despite their encumbrance.
I think we can all agree that the character of Percival Pell would have been a bit lesser if it hadn't been for his signature dumbbells. And I challenge you, mate, to look heroic without performing a quick bicep curl.
Signature indeed, though perhaps signing a potential death warrant rather than creating the iconic story your father wanted. After all, with all these props lying around, there was ample opportunity for Cedric Sloan to exact.
Also trying to keep my eye on that ghost camera just in case it does, like, actually pick something
It was
up.
an accident, that's what everyone decided, didn't they? So.
Ah, but was it the truth, Mr. Bannon, or is something more sinister at work here? I think we need to dig a little deeper to find out. And we may be about to get some help with that.
Wait, what are we supposed to do?
Oh, shh! Patrick, can you smell that? A very distinct earthy odour.
Not really. What exactly are we supposed to be?
Ah, yes, the perfume of labour, a real working environment.
Yeah, I've got it now. Is this supposed to be a farm or a zoo or something?
No, a world of marvels to be sure, Mr. Bannon, but not animals, no. Something, a place of work where people would gather to work together. The workshop. Of course, Mr. Bannon, this way. Our next clue must be there.
The workshop performed the final checks on all
Workshop.
props, sets, and costumes
Okay.
currently used for filming. There have been no direct ties between this place and Brent Backflip's accident. Yet.
Yet.
What terrible secrets might this dusty domain contain?
Oh, domain contained. Okay, that was weird.
We were always going to end up here at the workshop. Our arrival is inexorable, inevitable,
Inconsequential?
not
Inconsequential.
quite the opposite. The moment we got here, I sensed that there was something important to uncover. The very walls themselves are crying out for us to listen.
I know there's not going to be too much commentary this episode, but this one's for the game.
Of this place's construction.
Well, I feel like it's pretty much public knowledge at this point, but my father, the illustrious Graham Bannon, set out to design the ultimate television production palace. And my father's career was at its heights. The only way he could go was up, and everyone knew it.
Indeed.
Except for the fact that it went down.
Fair to say, the fabric of this building is a testament to your father's legacy. Which
So always
is
farther
why
down
we
you can
have
go.
to ask,
But there's also
how
always
such
farther
a
up
sad
you
and
can go.
Terrible accident happen on his watch.
mean, it wasn't his fault, was it? He wasn't a bloody stuntman that fell. He wasn't a costume person who messed up the harness. And he certainly didn't make those stupid prop dumbbells. No, no, no. My father was too busy running things, yes. Directing, producing, writing, you know, the important stuff.
I wonder, Mr. Bannon, if there isn't something to be said for each of those stories. Take the stuntsman, for example. He was a professional, was he not?
Well, he was supposed to be, but my father said he was in fact a drunk and an incompetent.
Well, I wonder, Mr. Bannon, which version is true? Both? Or maybe neither?
This guy's accent makes me think of John Constantine a little bit.
Came under a large amount of scrutiny. Brent's harness broke after all, and she made his costume. Some say she wanted to sabotage Graham's new show.
That seems pretty bloody likely, to be honest, if you ask me. My dad said she was at fault for everything that went wrong with the show. She was incapable of doing anything he asked.
Well, of course, given who he was, Graham Bannon would have known better than most. But I wonder, could something else have contributed?
Like a ghost.
Was the iconic prop from the film Percival Perril's dumbbells incorrectly made so heavy that they put too much strain on both the man and the system keeping him aloft? Which would point the finger at Mr. Sloan, prop master for the production.
You know, it would seem to me that my father had to battle through an army of incompetence. I mean, it's a wonder anything ever got made at all.
Perhaps, Mr. Bannon, perhaps.
Kind of feels like that on sets, to be fair. Both plays and movies.
It was something fouler still.
So which one was it then?
Well, I'm afraid we are, unfortunately, a victim of my own natural talent. I'm incredibly sensitive to communications from the other side, as we all know, and here in this workshop, all three of these stories come together, meaning the spirits are trying to tell me multiple things at once. It's as if their messages to me are too loud, like they're shouting over one another. I can't quite pick out any individual voice.
Shut the fuck up.
Able to solve this part of your father's
It's the only good camera angle, okay? It's not my fault.
You're so psychic, he can't be psychic.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
But don't worry, Mr. Bannon. There are plenty of other places we can go where I'm sure the spirits will be clearer in their messages. We have a great deal to explore at the haunted Bannon soundstage to uncover the real story of what led to the creation now known as his cursed show. But before then, we've uncovered some previously lost footage, a documentary capturing the filming of Dying is Another Man's Job.
Yes, it was originally damaged in the fire, so never made its way.
Indeed, Mr. Bannon, indeed, but believe me, it is most enlightening.
Stand by to play the footage. Nicely done.
Harold Repartee, and this is the nation's Nightfall Report. Tonight we bring you a special program.
I did it!
A closer look behind the scenes of a forthcoming television sensation. Masterminded by Graham Bannon, seen here.
It's a shame all the film reels were damaged in the fire. Think what we could learn if we
To
could fix them.
revolutionize entertainment. Bannon has just completed construction on this state-of-the-art studio and production facility. With the price tag into the millions, it's a move that has raised eyebrows across the business world.
What the hell is making all that noise out there?
Rehearsals are now well underway here, and it seems
They collecting
Bannon is
trash?
the taskmaster. However, there have been suggestions that things are
I
not
thought I said not to touch that. Seriously, just leave it alone. Oh, well, yeah, that's exactly it. Just don't do it again.
It's certainly
I didn't do shit.
Variety Act to be catapulted so quickly into the spotlight. But if the executives queuing around the block are anything to go by, these new scripts of his must be really something special.
Bannon, over here if you would. Welcome back. And spooky Bannon's Fall. Before the break, we explored a number of rooms in this old building, the long abandoned Bannon soundstage. And while the spirit world is ever present,
Fuck.
it can only be felt in certain places and at certain times.
So what exactly caused the accident then, Wayne?
Well, Mr. Bannon, while we did follow some spectral signs during our preliminary investigations, we were unfortunately
Oh, yeah, they're
unable
collecting
to
trash.
discover the true cause of the accident so long ago that marked the beginning of Graham Bannon's woes. Normally, the spirit world uses a couple of signs to point us in the right direction before finally revealing their message for us.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't find out what caused the accident. They normally find something in the final room.
Communication and conveyance.
Indeed, and it's there that this trick.
So this seems more like a true crime type of thing than...
On rare occasions, I am confident, however, that we'll be able to uncover the truth of the fire, the next unlucky event in the production's history.
Yes, it was never actually proven at the time, but blame was unofficially placed on Marie Murphy, the costume girl, who sadly was found dead shortly after on these premises. Hopefully tonight we'll be able to find out exactly why.
Planning on finding some clearer talking ghosts, are we, Wayne?
Well, funny you should ask, Patrick, as you might be the one they're talking to. Thanks to Dr. Ahmed's incredible ingenuity, we now have the ability to cover the rest of the building, not one room at a time, but simultaneously.
Oh yeah, Alex, if you don't calibrate the spirit gem correctly by the time that bar fills up, Gareth said the polarity will become misaligned, and it'll take a while for it to restabilize and get back up and running again.
There's a built-in light service over here should you find the need for it. Should you run into any darker
Sure.
environments?
Excellent, Doctor. Thank you. No, I'm hearing something. Yes, the great beyond is asking for you, my pet. Come over here. Yes, you're the one we need. I'm quite certain of it. What a pleasure it is to be joined by this lovely creature. At the moment I saw her, I just knew she'd be wanted here. By the spirits, of course. What's your name, darling?
Yeah, of course.
Lovely. And what is it you do normally, Holly?
I'm Patrick's Mr. Bannon's assistant. I'm his long-suffering, ever so understanding assistant. Though to be honest, it's probably because nobody else wanted the job.
Well, I have a feeling that you might even be integral to tonight's event. But don't worry, there is nothing to be nervous about. Look, Dr. Ahmed and I are professionals. We've been doing this for years, and we would never let anything happen to you. Right.
Starting to think nothing spooky is actually going to happen.
Explore the building, following our instincts and the signs that the ghosts leave for us, hoping to uncover some clues as to what really happened in that fire all those years ago.
Right, and this is all safe, is it? I mean, I'm not massively keen on the idea of me and my staff having to wander around the building on our own, in the dark, with this poxy thing, climbing up ladders, running downstairs. Sounds to me like a health and safety nightmare.
Patrick, calm down. I'm sure everything will be fine. And besides, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Am I right?
Absolutely, Mr. Bannon. Don't worry, you're in safe hands with us.
Well, all right, good.
Excellent. Come now, friends. We have a haunted building to explore and some mysteries to uncover.
Okay.
So you see those readouts on their screens? That shows how safe they are from spiritual interference.
Oh, is that what that shows?
So, no problems there.
Each area. Oh. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this.
Okay. There's a wall here.
I think I can hear water trickling. And normally, when you're going low, and you hear water. It's like the river Styx.
Seems to be in a sort of, I don't know if you can see this, in a sort of
Okay.
lighting thing now. Can't much longer.
Interesting.
There's can you see this? Oh god. Hello?
Ugh, son of a bitch.
Gets in. Should go towards the light. Normally doesn't end well.
Can't believe I'm saying this, Alex, but I think there might be something in there with...
Did you freeze again?
My readouts are going crazy.
Fuck!
Is the spirit jammer set correctly?
Alright, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Wisdom of Your Future's Unwritten, make it a good one. We'll see you next time.